What exactly did Jungkook's mother say that made Jimin react so emotionally amid media spotlight and BTS's internal pressure? Could this be a turning point in their relationship? Or is it instead reopening old wounds that have long been hidden from the public? A shocking confession from someone long known for her privacy, Jungkook's mother, the youngest member of BTS, suddenly became the main topic of discussion among fans and Korean media. In a closed interview that was leaked to the public via Korean independent media, several personal statements allegedly from Jungkook's mother triggered a wave of emotional reactions, not only from ARMY, but also from BTS members themselves, especially Park Jimin. His intensely emotional response during a private event at HYB label's headquarters has led many to wonder, what actually happened? Initial circulating information indicated that Jungkook's mother's statement was not only related to her son's career, but also touched on the personal relationship between Jungkook and Jimin. In the midst of BTS's current military service period, the confession is extremely sensitive and contextual, given the closeness that the public has long perceived between the two members. Many have speculated that the statement struck a deep chord from their early years together at Big Hit dorms. The chronology of this confession began with a leaked interview transcript widely spread on South Korean online forums such as the Koo and Pan. In that transcript, Jungkook's mother explicitly mentioned a significant event involving Jimin and Jungkook in their early dormitory life. Though the statement has not been officially verified, internal sources claim the interview was real and conducted for internal documentation that was accidentally leaked to the public. One particular part of the confession that drew the sharpest response read, "There was a time when Jungkook felt very alone, and the only person who came close was not the one everyone expected." The ambiguous sentence immediately sparked widespread speculation. Was Jungkook's mother implying that Jimin was not there for Jungkook during that critical moment? Or was she suggesting that their relationship was not as close as it had been portrayed by media and fans? Jimin's reaction to the statement soon became the center of attention. During a private session attended only by a few internal staff and family members, Jimin was reported to have cried uncontrollably. A source from HYB said that Jimin felt the statement reopened a wound that hadn't fully healed. It wasn't made clear what wound was being referred to, but longtime BTS fans certainly remember moments in the past when the relationship between Jimin and Jungkook seemed strained on camera, though they always managed to conceal it with remarkable professionalism. It didn't take long for ARMY to become divided. Some felt that Jungkook's mother's confession was too personal to be revealed publicly, especially while the members are enduring the mental and physical pressures of military service. On the other hand, others believed the statement shed light on internal BTS dynamics that had long appeared harmonious on the surface. Online forums were soon ablaze with speculation, analysis, and even conspiracy theories about Jungkook and Jimin's relationship, and the role Jungkook's mother played in shaping public opinion that is now beginning to fracture. One of the biggest unanswered questions remains. Why is this confession only emerging now? Some observers of the Korean entertainment industry suspect it may be part of HYB's PR strategy in preparation for BTS's comeback after military service. By highlighting emotional and personal aspects of the members' lives, HYB may be trying to reforge the emotional bond with ARMY that has waned during the group's hiatus. However, if that's the aim, the strategy appears to be backfiring. Rather than strengthening the fandom, many ARMYs now feel the confession revealed cracks that were never visible before. We love them not because they're perfect, but because they support each other despite their flaws. One fan wrote on Weverse. But if it's true that Jimin felt abandoned and is now misunderstood by Jungkook's mother, this is more painful than we can imagine. Amidst the turmoil, there has been no official statement from Jungkook or his mother. HYB has also declined to comment, merely stating that they will review the situation carefully and urge the public not to spread unverified information. Meanwhile, Jimin's fellow BTS members have yet to openly show support, although sources say that Taehyung and RM have privately reached out to offer encouragement. Professor Han Ju-won from Korea University, who has long studied Korean fandom culture, stated that emotional reactions like this demonstrate how K-pop idols are not just performers, but also emotional representations for their fans. When someone like Jungkook's mother speaks, it's not just a family opinion. It affects the collective image built by millions of fans over the years, he explained. He also emphasized the importance of verifying information and understanding context in deeply personal news like this. There is no denying that the world of K-pop is not just about music, but also emotional narratives and interpersonal relationships that are subtly cultivated between idols and their fans. And in this case, Jungkook's mother's confession has become a spark that ignited the fragile calm within the BTS fandom. The emergence of new clues, from old footage, leaked transcripts, to indirect responses from the members, has all formed a complex picture that may not fully reflect the truth. Now attention shifts to two main questions. How will Jimin restore his image amid the emotional storm flooding social media? And will Jungkook step forward to clarify things, or let time slowly cool the flames? One thing is certain: ARMY will not remain silent. The lingering question remains the same. What truly happened between Jungkook, Jimin, and the role of his mother in that dynamic? Was it merely a misunderstanding? Or is it a long-buried wound now surfacing into public view? However, in the midst of the overwhelming flow of information constantly streaming from various platforms such as TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and other online media, a fundamental question arises that we must reflect on together. Is Jungkook's mother's statement that made Jimin emotional truly reflecting a real incident? Or is it merely a constructed narrative deliberately designed to create emotional shock among ARMY and the wider public? Are we, as intelligent audiences, truly capable of distinguishing between reality and media constructions wrapped in dramatization? What if the circulating transcript is a result of manipulation or intentional contextual cropping, aimed at gaining clicks and attention? Why would such sensitive and personal information suddenly appear in public space without official confirmation from the related parties? We must ask further: who benefits from the spread of this information? Is there truly a sincere intention to reveal the truth? Or is this part of a strategy to steer public opinion, shape sympathy, or even test market reactions ahead of BTS's major activities post-military service? Is it not too easy for us to be carried away by emotional tides without prioritizing strict verification? It is crucial for the public, especially loyal fans such as ARMY, not to get caught up in euphoria, emotion, or one-sided anger. There needs to be space for reflection and a healthy skepticism. Do we only want to believe in narratives that make us feel connected emotionally? Or do we dare to see the possibility that all of this might be a fabrication packaged so convincingly? Therefore, we remind you that the information conveyed in this report comes from various social media platforms and secondary news sources, whose credibility still needs to be thoroughly verified. Before drawing conclusions, let us ask ourselves: are we witnessing reality, or are we merely part of an opinion game engineered for maximum effect? Thank you for reading with full attention. Let's discuss, think critically, and preserve the integrity of the information we receive.